At our gender reveal party, my wife squeezed my hand as the confetti popped blue. I cried. Everyone clapped. But my sister pulled me aside and said, "He looks just like her trainer." I laughed. Then she showed me a photo from Instagram posted 4 months ago. Same dress. Same pose. Different man's hand on her belly. I didn't ruin the party. I let her have her moment. But that night, I left a note that said, "Raise him well. I'm done pretending." Rochelle and I met at a mutual friend's wedding in Wilmington. I was the best man. She was a bridesmaid. I was 29. She was 27. She had this way of speaking that made you feel like you were the only one in the room. I fell hard. We dated for 2 years, moved in after one, married in a vineyard outside Asheville. People said we were a perfect match, her charisma, my calm. I thought it was real. All of it. We bought a home together in a quiet neighborhood just outside Raleigh. I work in IT for a logistics company. I deal with networks, firewalls, tickets. It's stable. Boring, maybe, but it pays well. Rochelle worked her way up in a PR firm. She was always going to lunches, meetings, conferences. She wore heels every day like it was nothing. Had a different outfit for every mood. I thought she was ambitious. I admired it. The first year of marriage was easy. We traveled. We hosted game nights. She wanted to start trying for a baby in year 2. I said yes. But nothing happened. Month after month, she'd take a test, shake her head. The silence between us started to grow. I got tested. Everything came back fine. She never brought up going to a doctor for herself. Said it would happen when it was meant to. Then, almost a year after we stopped talking about it, she came out of the bathroom holding a test and shaking. She was pregnant. She cried. I hugged her. She kept whispering, "We're going to be parents." I said all the right things, but something in me didn't feel right. It wasn't doubt, not yet. Just a weird tension in my chest I couldn't place. She started planning the gender reveal party right away. Said she wanted something tasteful but photogenic. We had it in our backyard. Her parents drove up from Charleston. My mom and dad came in from Durham. My sister Megan, too. It was the kind of party that looked expensive, even though she swore it wasn't. There were pastel streamers, a table with pink and blue cupcakes, a sign that said, "He or she." Pop to see. She wore a long, silky dress, pale yellow with little white flowers. She looked beautiful. She always did. When the time came, we stood in the center of the yard holding the confetti cannon. She wrapped one arm around my waist and placed the other on her stomach. We counted down. 3, 2, 1. Pop. Blue paper filled the air. Cheers, claps, someone whistled. I don't know why, but I started crying. I didn't think I would. But it hit me. This was real. I was going to be someone's dad. I looked at her and said, "A boy." She smiled, squeezed my hand tight. My throat burned. I wish that moment had lasted longer. I wish I didn't know what I know now. About 10 minutes later, as people were grabbing cupcakes and hugging us, my sister Megan came up beside me. She didn't smile. She just said, "Come inside for a sec." I followed her into the kitchen. She pulled out her phone, hands shaking. "I got a message," she said, "from someone I don't even talk to much anymore." She said she recognized Rochelle from Instagram. I frowned. "Okay." She handed me the phone. There was a screenshot of a post from 4 months ago. Private account. Someone had taken a screenshot before the post got deleted. The photo made my stomach twist. It was Rochelle. Same yellow dress. Same pose. Hand on her belly, smile tilted like she'd been caught in a beautiful moment. But the man behind her wasn't me. His hand was on her stomach. Same spot I just had mine. His wrist had a leather bracelet. I don't wear bracelets. His hand was darker than mine. Hairier. The caption said, "My whole heart." The tagged account belonged to someone named Trevor Wilkes. I clicked on it. Gym trainer. Based in Raleigh. Married. Tons of workout photos. Shirtless selfies. Him spotting women at the gym. One of those guys. I couldn't breathe for a second. I felt the edges of my vision close in. I looked at Megan. She wasn't crying, but her eyes were glassy. "I thought it was photoshopped," she said. "But it's real." She was wearing that same damn dress today. I opened the door and looked back out at the party. Rochelle was laughing with her mother, holding her confetti cannon like it was a trophy. People were snapping photos. She looked proud. I could have marched out there and told everyone. I could have ruined her big moment. But something in me went still. Cold. I stepped outside again. Smiled for a few more pictures. Took a bite of cake. Thanked people for coming. Played the role of happy dad-to-be. That night, after everyone left and she finally fell asleep, I sat at the kitchen table for almost an hour, just staring. I didn't rage. I didn't cry. I packed a bag with a few shirts, my laptop, my toothbrush. I left my wedding ring on the counter with a note. Raise him well. I'm done pretending. Then I walked out the front door and into the night. I didn't go far at first. Checked into a cheap motel off I-40. The kind where the curtains don't close right and the water pressure's a joke. I didn't care. I needed quiet. I needed to think. My phone blew up all night. Missed calls from Rochelle. Then her mom. Then two of her friends. I didn't answer any of them. Around 3 a.m., I got a text. Rochelle, is this a joke? Where are you? No, it wasn't a joke. It was 7 years of my life being flushed down a toilet I didn't even know was broken. The next morning, I called in sick to work. Then the next. By the third day, I emailed HR and told them I was taking personal leave. I didn't give a reason. I figured they could guess. I didn't speak to Rochelle for 6 full days. On the 7th, she showed up at the motel. I don't know how she found me. I never asked. Probably tracked my credit card. I was standing outside smoking, something I hadn't done in years, and I saw her SUV pull in. She got out, wearing jeans and a big sweatshirt. No makeup. Hair tied back. She looked tired. I didn't say anything. She walked up to me, slow. You're really gonna do this? She asked. Do what? I said. Leave. She nodded. Without even talking to me? I laughed, but there was nothing funny about it. Talk? That's rich. Okay. Let's talk. Who the hell is Trevor? Her face tightened. She didn't flinch, though. We were together for a while. It's over now. It was a mistake. I stared at her. Was it over before or after you got pregnant? She didn't answer. I stepped back. Right. It wasn't supposed to happen like this, she said. Her voice cracked a little. No shit, I said. You're wearing the same dress. The same damn pose. For months ago. Who was that photo really for? She covered her face with her hands. I thought it was his. The baby. I was going to tell him. But then he bailed. I asked. She nodded slowly. So, I was plan B. I didn't mean for it to go that far. You let me throw you a party, I said. You let me cry in front of my whole family. She looked up, angry now. You think I wasn't scared? You think I didn't know I fucked up? I was trying to fix it. I laughed again. You can't fix a lie with more lies. She didn't reply, just stood there, staring at the gravel under her feet. Then she said something I didn't expect. He showed up again. A couple nights ago. Wants to be part of it. I felt like someone punched me in the chest. Trevor. She nodded. Said he had a right to know. But I didn't tell him you left. He still thinks we're together. I blinked. Why the hell would you lie to him now? Because I don't know what I'm doing, she said. Everything's spinning. I didn't respond. My fists were clenched. I wanted to hit something. Not her. Never her. But something. Then she added, and there's more. I looked up. She bit her lip. His wife messaged me. What? She found the Instagram photo. Said if I didn't back off, she'd tell everyone. I sat down on the curb. I felt sick. She threatened to go to my boss. She screenshotted texts, DMs. She said she'd ruin me if I didn't end it. I stared at her. So what now? She sat beside me. I think she already has. I didn't answer. I didn't trust myself to. A car passed on the highway behind us. The sun was just starting to rise. She whispered, What are we going to do? I looked at her. We? There is no we anymore. After that day at the motel, I cut contact again. I changed my number. I started staying at a buddy's place, Sean, a guy I knew from work who had a spare room after his divorce. I told him the truth in bits. He didn't ask many questions. Just handed me a beer and said, Stay as long as you need. A week later, I got a letter in the mail. Handwritten. No return address. Inside was a single photo. It was me. At the gender reveal party. Standing next to Rochelle. I was looking at her like she hung the damn moon. But the photo had a sticky note attached. Ask her about the other trainer. No name. No explanation. Just that. It hit me like a second gut punch. I thought Trevor was the only one. Now someone, maybe his wife, was hinting there was another? I didn't want to believe it. But something deep down said I should look. I created a fake Instagram account. Followed Trevor Wilkes. Then looked at his gym's page. It was called Wilkes Performance and Wellness. They posted a lot of transformation photos, group classes, fitness tips. Then I saw him. Another trainer. Name, Brent Mathis. Younger than Trevor. Tattoo on his neck. Fit, cocky smile. Tons of female clients. And on one of the gym's posts from 6 months ago was a video. It was a short clip, Trevor and Brent demonstrating squats with 2 clients. I froze when I saw her. Rochelle. Hair in a ponytail. Same yellow dress again. Laughing, wiping her forehead. She was one of the clients. Except it wasn't a workout. It was staged. Promotional. The caption said, Wilkes Wellness, family grows here, flexed biceps, blue heart dot. Comments were turned off. I scrolled back further and found more. Not many, but enough. A boomerang of her holding a shaker bottle, smiling next to Brent. A blurry group shot from a gym party, Brent's hand on her waist. I texted Megan. Did you send me the letter? She replied, no. What letter? So it wasn't her. Which meant someone else was watching. Maybe Brent's girlfriend. Or wife. Or someone else entirely. And if there was one anonymous message, there could be more. The next day, a woman called my job asking for me by name. She left a message saying she needed to talk. Urgent. Didn't leave a reason. I ignored it. Until she called again. This time she said something that made me sit up straight. I know you don't know me, but I know about Rochelle. I think we should talk. Before they do. Next, ChatGPT said, I called her back that night. Her name was Danielle. She spoke fast, like someone who'd been holding something in for too long. Said she was Brent's ex, said she found my info by digging through old social media connections. She got right to it. I was with Brent for 3 years. We lived together. I thought we were headed toward marriage. Then, 6 months ago, he started acting weird. Guarding his phone. Staying late at the gym. Classic stuff. I didn't say anything. I already knew where this was going. Then one night, I logged into his laptop. He'd left his Instagram open. There were DMs with your wife. Pictures. A few voice messages. Her calling him baby. Telling him she thought the baby was his. I closed my eyes. She said the same thing to Trevor, I muttered. Yeah, I figured, Danielle said. She was stringing both of them along. But when she posted that belly pic and tagged Trevor, Brent flipped out. Said she betrayed him. That's when I knew there wasn't just one affair. She was playing both of them. Maybe more. You think there are others? Wouldn't surprise me. We met the next day, in a public park in Garner. She brought a folder. Printouts of screenshots. Messages. Photos of Rochelle from gym parties. Some taken when she told me she was working late. She told Brent she was going to leave you, Danielle said. Then told Trevor she already had. I flipped through the pages. I don't know what she wanted, I said. Attention? Drama? Maybe. But you should know, Trevor's wife? She's suing. For alienation of affection. It's real in North Carolina. She's naming Rochelle in the complaint. My head snapped up. Wait, that's still a thing. Oh yeah, Danielle nodded. She's serious. Wants to ruin her. Financially, professionally. Everything. That's when the idea hit me. A slow, quiet revenge. Not a scream. Not a slap. Not a public blow-up. But a collapse. I gathered every piece of evidence. Danielle gave me copies. Megan helped me organize it all. Emails. Instagram posts. Dates. Timeline inconsistencies. Screenshots of texts where Rochelle claimed she was with her husband while messaging Brent from a hotel room. I got a lawyer. Not to fight her. Not for custody. I wanted no part of that child, not because of the baby, but because of the lies. I filed for divorce. In the petition, I included the evidence. The affairs. The paternity doubts. The deception. I made sure Trevor and Brent got copies. Rochelle tried to call me over and over. Left voicemails crying, screaming, begging. I didn't answer. The day she was served, she showed up at my office. Security had to escort her out. That night, she left me a voicemail. You ruined everything. You're worse than I ever was. I played that message for my lawyer. We saved it, just in case. Weeks passed. Then the dominoes started falling. Trevor's wife filed the lawsuit. Brent got fired from the gym after his behavior became public. Word spread fast, 2 affairs, 1 pregnancy, and a PR rep caught in the middle. Rochelle's firm put her on leave to protect the brand. I heard she had to move in with her parents in Charleston. Alone. As for me, I didn't come out of it clean. I lost a home. A future I thought was real. I spent too long pretending things were okay. I ignored the signs. I let myself believe what I wanted to believe. But I walked away. With my name. with my peace, and with every bridge behind me on fire. I don't know who the father is. I don't care. All I know is I gave her the life she wanted to show off. And then I made sure everyone saw who she really was behind the confetti.